facts.
How was your week, Paul?
Oh, we starting. Hey.
We can just keep talking and just naturally, man.
Facts. But my week was cool, bro. I started doing a little better with boxing. I see it really picking up now. And the Sanda, the Chinese martial arts, John, man, I had a lot of one-on-one sessions because it was fight night. So there was a lot of UFC fights going on, so people didn't come to class. So it was just me, the instructor, and one other person. But
Yeah.
there was this one Chinese guy walked in, pause. But as soon as I saw the man calves, I said, oh shit. Yo, the man had, those white dad calves would just be huge for no reason.
Hey, yo, I have to take my glasses off. What you just say to me? What you just say?
I said, yo. So
Yeah, go ahead.
we was in Sanda class, right? The Chinese
They had to
kickboxing
start over.
class.
He said,
Yeah.
"You know what?"
Yeah. No. But listen. We was in the Chinese kickboxing class, and then this Chinese guy walked in. Pause. Bro had some huge calves, bro. Like
Okay.
huge. As soon as I saw his calves, I was like, God damn. He's one of those kicking niggas, man. I was like, yo, it's about to be a long night, bro.
Is it gay to admire another man's calf?
But nah, bro, man. I'm peeping out the danger. This martial arts. I'm peeping out the dangers. I trust my hands, but I never had to defend kicks.
Eyeing up your competition, making sure.
Yeah, I don't like the way you said that. I don't like talking about eyeing up. I wasn't eyeing up, all right? I was observing my surroundings, bro.
What were you doing?
Observing my surroundings, bro. I was peeping out any danger.
So he was observing the surrounding of him.
I was peeping out any danger, man. This is life or death.
See, now what's the difference between what you said and what I said? Because I think what you said.
You sounded gay when you said it.
What the fuck?
You sounded freaky when you said it.
What? Yo, you just.
Yeah. So, like I said, this dude has some huge calves. So, like, man, I knew he was one of those kicking niggas. Because I trust my hands now, but I never had to defend kicks before.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it's just me, the coach, and him. So we was going to be doing the drills and fighting for the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
Bro, so we worked on the kicking, and with the way they do it, you got to hit your shins. And, Joe, those bags they use, the little pads they use when you kick, that don't do nothing.
Of course.
That don't do nothing.
You feel everything, man. Don't you?
You feel everything. And the way they block
it's like
kicks.
Wearing shin pads.
The way they block kicks, they block it with their forearm, like the bone part of their forearm. So it's just bone, pause again. It was just bone on bone, bro.
What's he even gonna say?
It was just bone on bone.
What's he even gonna say?
Bro, the boniest part of his forearm on the boniest part of my shins, my jaw was on fire, bro. Like,
so it was just bone to bone, huh?
Bro, like I wanted to quit, but I didn't want to look like a punk, so I had to keep going. So just pause this whole thing, bro. Just pause this whole thing, bro. It's just gonna sound weird. This whole segment. Yo, pause this whole section, man. There's some serious stuff I'm saying, man. There's some serious stuff.
Okay, good.
So
yeah,
we working on. Okay. Bro, this whole thing gonna sound weird, bro.
Bro, go ahead.
So we work on blocking the kicks, right? So bone on bone, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up? I said, I wanted to quit, but I didn't want to look like a punk, all right? So I just suffered through the pain. So then we work on like avoiding the kicks and countering.
Yeah.
So I would kick towards his head, and then he would counter and kick me on like the inner part of my thigh. Mm-hmm. Like he wasn't even kicking hard, but imagine someone just hitting the same spot. Like he's gonna bruise up. So after a while, like my leg was just sore, bro. I was like, God damn. So then after we got through the drills, man, I'm sweating. I'm flipping him. I'm sweating, bro. We got through. It's time to spar. He's like, you got some more in you? I was like, yeah. So he said, man, I like your attitude. I was like, hey, I ain't no punk, right? So I was like, of course I got more. So, yo, I already said pause this whole thing, man.
I
All right, this shit false. I'm sorry, this whole thing just gonna sound wrong, man. Yo, this whole thing gonna sound wrong, bro. So we boxing, it's sparring,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was like, okay, I never had that count for kicks. So usually in Sundai, they kick using your back leg, but this
Yeah.
dude was from Taekwondo, so they kick using their lead leg. So I was like, okay, I'm Joe, boom, kick me, boom. I was like, hey, yo, I'm looking
What
at
do
the
you
coach.
mean? What do you mean lead leg? What do you mean by that?
When
Like,
you stand out in your stance, the leg that's in front,
okay,
yeah, that's
that's
the
what they're
lead
kicking
leg.
with.
Yeah, but in Sundai, usually people kick off the back leg, the leg
Like
that's
just
in the back.
like a swooping kick.
So yeah, so the whole time we've been practicing, we've been doing drills with back leg, right?
Yeah.
So we start sparring. This dude just kicked me with his lead leg. I was like, I'm looking at the
Oh,
coach. I was like, yo, we ain't practice this. He's like, yeah, man, it happens. I was like, what?
you standing there
So
looking like, ain't you supposed to stop this? Like, what's
yeah,
going
facts,
on?
facts.
What's
So
going on?
then, so then I realized since he's Taekwondo, he's not good with his hands. False. He's not good with his hands, right? So I was like, okay, I got him on the boxing. So I was piecing him up. And then, bro, hit me with a mean kick. Like, it looked like a regular straight kick, but then it had like that question mark on it at the end.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking it's a straight kick. He put his knee up. I'm preparing for it. Next thing you know, I'm getting kicked right here.
in your
I didn't
neck.
even see it coming. I was like, yo. And you know that pain where it's like your jaw kind of lock and then you feel that pain in your ear?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how it felt. And
Man,
he was like,
dislocating
damn,
your
dude,
jaws.
my bad. It's like, my bad, Paul, you good? I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
You trying to fix your mouth now?
Bro,
You
yo,
eating, it don't even feel right.
bro, to this day, when I'm eating, I still feel it, man. I gotta eat all slow and whatnot. Bro, have you ever been kicked in the face by a
No,
small Chinese man?
no, not even one time. Not even on the soccer field.
Bro, this was my third time getting kicked in the face. And
Dog.
all three times it felt just like this. So I was like, okay, this is how it feels to get kicked in the face. All three times
At
felt
least,
exactly the same, bro.
at least you be ready if you ever get into a street fight. You know,
Yeah, yeah, bro.
somebody,
Because,
a small Chinese man come up to you and just kick you in your face. You
bro,
know.
like that's why you really can't underestimate anybody. Because when I say a small Chinese man, skinny,
Was he shorter than me?
yeah,
Oh,
skinny,
he was.
shorter than you.
Oh,
Bro, he was giving me the business, bro.
oh,
like I had better hands
oh.
than him because I practiced boxing, but he did taekwondo, so those kicks were
Yeah,
fast.
and he
And
fat.
strong, bro. Strong. Like I'm blocking. I got the pads. I'm holding the pads for him to kick. You feeling that, John? I want to drop the pads, bro. Like get the fuck off me.
And those kicks are deadly. What?
Deadly, bro. They kick
Oh my
somebody's head off.
days. Oh my days. What?
And mind you, sparring, we only going 5%. So like
Don't do,
he kicked me just a little bit harder than he meant to. It wasn't even full
bro.
power. And it still messed me up. I said, yo, if he put his everything in that, he
I
would
would have
knock me
been
out.
like,
He
I
would
would have been
knock
like,
me
all
out.
right, maybe you just need like a 5 minute. Just give me 5 minutes,
Bro.
and I'm good to go, and like never come back.
Bro, I
I'm
would put
not,
my
I'm not
bro,
and just never come back.
I
I'm
would have
not
put my
gonna get
pride aside and just walk out. That'll be the
just
last time they
walk,
ever see me. The last
bro.
time they
I'm
ever see me.
saying, bro, because you not about to just.
Bro, that's what I said. If he would have put his everything in that kick, there's no doubt in my mind he would have knocked me out.
It was that hard,
Bro,
like just off
yes.
the. That's
Yes,
like
just
when
don't.
like it's only 10% of my strength.
Yeah, bro, I was a little dazed, bro. I was a little dazed, but I try to play it off because it's just us three.
Yeah, like you okay? It's a whole bunch of
Yeah,
men. You gotta play
yeah,
it cool.
yeah. But yo, I was like, yo, that's 10% of his power. That's crazy. Yo,
Yo,
yo, that's crazy. But yeah, I give respect to any kicking sport, bro, because
don't
you got to
like
condition your shins. They say it takes a few months for your shins to be conditioned. I was like, I got to endure this for a few months.
don't Taekwondo people like practice on like wood too? Like they kicking wood for that long, bro, for so many years. I can't even imagine like the calluses that would build up from that.
Yeah,
And then yeah, man, you're kicking, and then if you're hitting your, I already got terrible. Like my foot is terrible. I can only imagine a Taekwondo person's leg, like what their foot looked like, bro.
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
But
man. I
that's
was
cool
saying.
though. You about to be a badass, but you took that hit like a man.
Yeah, I took it like a man. Yeah,
Yeah.
until I got home. Until I got home. bro, I'm trying eating. I'm like,
And you still
yeah,
feeling
bro. You chewing stuff.
it. Just right there in the. Oh my god, I
bro.
can't even imagine.
Bro,
I
he
can't
kicked the mess
imagine.
out of me, man. And he wasn't even trying to. That's the crazy.
And he just messed you. Had you rethinking life and everything.
Bro, I had to.
Had you looking at your coach like, are we supposed to, is
Yeah,
this part
man.
of in the preview of the fight? Like,
I
what's
was,
going on?
bro, I was looking at my coach like he set me up, man. Bro, oh God, I was looking at him like he set me up, bro.
Yo, he said, nah,
I was like, you invited this taekwondo dude? Because he invited him. I was like, yo,
just to tell me I can't do it? Is that what's going on? Nah, man.
what you trying to
That's
embarrass a boxing guy, huh? Is that what it is, bro?
nah, man. It's a setup, man.
And like this week, the head coach for Team USA is coming because that's our head coach. So he's coming,
Yeah,
and one of the guys that won the silver medal at the world competition, he's coming. I
yeah.
was like, okay, I'll learn the technique, but I'll be damned if they demonstrate on me. Shit. Shit. You better get the hell away from me. Thanks.
What if like they ever get like some army dudes, like some army close combat
Bro,
guys to come?
that's what it is. It's a military martial arts.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yes.
I thought military martial arts and what you're doing are completely different in terms of like
No, no, no.
technique.
Sandai is what they teach the Chinese military.
Okay, what do they teach the American military?
I don't know what they teach them guys, but it's not this.
Okay, wow.
Bro, after learning this, I was like, if we ever go to war with China, we're done. We're
Yeah,
done.
is that
Yeah, just
deadly?
forget the guns. Just on hand-to-hand combat, we're done.
Nah, man, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, man, because the way that small Chinese man kicked me, the way he kicked me, man.
I would have felt it, your next generations after you're gonna be feeling the kick, bro.
Facts.
Let me plug this in real quick,
But
so my light don't die on me.
yeah, for the most part, though, that's been my week. That's been my week. I hypnotized myself yesterday. No, 2 days
Finally,
ago, I hypnotized myself, man, just to be more disciplined. And yeah, I felt like there was a lot of things I was running from. So I hypnotized myself. I revisited some of the traumas, and there was some stuff I forgot. Some stuff that had me to me when I was like 2, and I completely forgot.
that
But
you
I
just put
see
in the
how,
back of your mind.
yeah, because your
Yeah,
subconscious never forgets.
yeah,
It just records everything. But yeah, bro, since I wanted to stop overeating too, because I realized I started eating just to avoid being alone. And that was one of my fears now. I didn't like being alone, which is weird because, you know, me, I used to always rather be by myself.
yeah,
So, yeah, bro, I did that. And I see it working immediately, bro. Like times where I would eat just out of boredom or times where I distract myself. It's like that little pause. So it's like instead of just reacting automatically, now you get to just take a little break and actually choose. And that's why I tell people, I was like, do you want to change? Because you're not automatically just going to do the right thing. You're going to have a choice. And if you
yeah.
truly want to change, you're going to make the right choice. And then it's going to become automatic. But if you don't want to change, you're going to keep making the choices you've been making. And I hate that.
That's
Yeah.
facts though. That's true, man. Like, I think one of my biggest hurdles was self sabotaging.
Yeah.
So it's just overcoming that, bro. It's once you realize it, it's working towards
Yeah.
unlearning that. Trying
Yeah.
to. Sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. Sometimes you blame the world outside of you. When it's just really you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's facts. That's facts, bro. And it takes a lot to even recognize that you're doing it for real.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But my week was good though. My week, actually, yeah. My nephew was over here, and well, I showed him Spider Man Into the Spider Verse because he's been playing a lot of Spider Man lately, the Miles Morales one, and he loves it.
Right.
I'm like, have you seen the Spider Man movie? He's like, no, I haven't seen the Spider Man. So we sat down like Sunday or
Mm.
Monday and watched it together. and he loved it. But this kid kids can ask 100 questions and not get tired of asking questions. I get it. You're curious. You don't know. But my guy, sit down and watch the movie.
And they be repeating their questions too. They'll
Oh yeah.
stutter, start over, stutter, start over.
Oh my. If you don't say yes to them, they're gonna keep they're gonna keep asking you the same question. Uncle Vito, Uncle Vito, Uncle what? Josiah, what? Like what, bro? What? What? Sometimes when I'm not paying attention to him, he'll grab my face
Oh
to
damn.
make me focus on what he wants me to focus on. Because I'll be on my phone or something. I'm the type of person, like, if I'm talking to you, like, I'll be
Right,
talking to you, but I'll be on my phone at the same time, but I'm, like,
right.
fully listening.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but, like, I answer him, but he wants me to look at him, and he's grabbing my face. He's like, look at him, like, Joe, don't grab my face. I told him, he's like, sorry. Then he'll do it slightly with one hand slowly to try to
Yo.
try to get me to look down or yeah, man. But yeah, he's a fun little kid, man. I like hanging out with him.
Yeah, man.
He
He's a cool
makes
kid.
me rediscover my youth. He makes me because seeing everything from a kid's eye, it's like the most beautiful thing because they just have such a wonder for the world, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just everything is an amazement to them. Any new thing to see is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
It's man, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I just
what's
don't
up,
got the
man.
energy to keep up. So
Yeah,
for real,
man.
for real.
Yeah. I remember he calling you fat, bro. That would have. Yo, little
Chill.
kids,
Look, you
man.
don't even gotta go. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
little kids, man. They'll completely shatter your self esteem,
Oh,
bro.
the brutal honesty.
Thanks, man.
That,
Thanks.
yeah, it hurts the soul.
Thanks,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
But yeah, bro. So last week was a good episode, man. It was a good episode. It was a nice little break from the deep stuff. And yeah, I feel like we don't want to depress y'all. We don't want to depress y'all. We don't want to just get too deep all the time. So every once in a while, I think maybe every two serious episodes, we do just a hangout episode where we just vibe and say what's up. And but we're back to business now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shuffle some of these cards and pick three out, and then we're gonna see which one we want to roll with.
Let me
Yeah,
prepare myself.
yeah, get ready. Yeah, get
Let
ready.
me,
I gotta do the same thing.
oh, because usually we get these cards and which we forgot to do this time is
Yeah,
we hand the card out before time to give us
yeah,
a little bit of time to contemplate the question and
yeah.
so we can have a good, thorough answer.
I ain't gonna
But
hold you, bro. I really do like the way these covers be looking, man.
those are sick, though. Those cards are
Yeah.
so sick. I like
All
the
right.
gold trims on the
Yeah, bro.
side. Like
Yeah.
those are nice. Yeah,
It's John official.
yeah.
All right, so I'm pick three out. Right. So number one, are you aware of any suppressed emotions tied to a traumatic experience?
Okay, that's the first question.
That's the first one.
Okay, okay, okay.
Number two, when was the last time you had to psych yourself up to do something? And what was the outcome?
Okay, okay.
Number three, how would you describe what vulnerability is to a child between 7 and 10 years old?
Jesus, I like the last two questions because
Yeah,
uh, I like the because the 7-10 one makes you think. Like, how would you really describe this? It makes you
yeah,
think. Like, you really got to get creative with what you're gonna say because some people are blunt with kids, but sometimes it's not good to be so blunt with children. Sometimes you got to sugarcoat it.
right, right, facts.
Um, but then I also immediately have something for number two. Like, immediately I have something for number two already.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna ease my way back into the deep stuff, bro. I'm going number two. Yeah.
We can do number two, yeah.
All right, cool. Cool, cause yeah, man. Okay. Since you said you got something immediate, you can start first.
Okay. What was the question again? You gotta. So, what was the last time you had to psych yourself up to do something? What was the outcome? Oh my days. Anytime I film something, I have to psych because I got a lot of anxiety. All right. So when I had to film Dr. Umar's he was doing this talk. He was doing a talk in Williamsport, PA over the summer, during Juneteenth. And I was filming it. And I really had to psych myself up for it because like I get extreme anxiety and I get anxiety around people when there's a lot of people too. And
Right.
it's also like this what is it? It's imposter. It's like this imposter feeling where like I feel like I'm not qualified to be doing what I'm doing as a like videographer. Um, but like, so I had to psych myself up just for just to get not just to get there with all the crowd there and record this man talking from different angles. So it's just me. It's just me.
Oh
I don't have a
wow.
second videographer. Yeah, my
Wow.
videographer had to leave because I had car problems and they had to get back home just because I didn't have my car then. So because I was their ride, but then my car broke down and all this other stuff that happened. So they had to find another way back home. So it was just me recording this event, and I'm recording a speech event,
Right.
and I have to get it from multiple different angles, and I want it to be dynamic. I want dynamic shots within the so and the space is small. When I say it's small, so this is like this is a space. This is the stage. This is the crowd, like
Damn.
on the lower end, right? And they're like right there, and
Right.
it's like a little. If you think of like a middle school gym with like the little like that's exactly what it is. A little stage and then like a whole bunch of chairs of people sitting down from like the women's sport community. And I had to psych myself up, man, because literally I'm like, I don't have enough batteries. I'm literally almost out of space on
The
my
camera.
SD card. Yeah.
Right.
So and I'm like, how many? I need to. I was already late because I had to take the bus there too.
God,
Like,
bro.
bro,
God, bro.
everything that could have gone wrong was going wrong. So like, just I didn't honestly, I didn't want to do it just because of all the circumstances around it. I did not want to do it, but I had to psych myself up so much to do it, and I'm glad I did. It was a very like I'm meeting Dr. Umar. He's a very enlightened man. We may disagree on some things, but like and he's a people person and he's very kind too. He's a very nice person. He's very like what's the word, humble when he's on 101, but when he's on the stage he's braggadocious because it's like
Right.
his personality
He's
is how
performing.
yeah it's the persona he exudes. But like 101 he's a very humble man. And it was just a cool experience because I got his contact through that event and through him like seeing how hard I was working because it was literally just me doing this shit. He talked for like 2 hours, bro,
Wow.
and I'm working on the gimbal. I don't have my I couldn't afford to take my tripod with me because my
Right.
tripod was too heavy and I can't fit it on. I wasn't about to risk taking it on the bus with me. There's
Right.
so much equipment I wanted to take with me, but that I couldn't. That I had to leave in my hotel room because I'm not taking the bus.
Right.
If you don't know willingness for it, I'm not about to take all this expensive equipment onto the bus to
Right.
then it possibly get stolen into this event. So I just had to take the bare essentials, and I had my gimbal with me, and it was and I had all these attachments. My hand was tired, bro. By the end, and I'm standing the entire time by the end, bro. And the end, I was just glad it was over, for real, for real. I was glad it was
Bro.
over, but um, I'm also glad I did it because afterwards we went back to the event organizer's place and we had like a deep conversation about what it means to be black in America. What is just I forget the words he uses, but like what is it? Pan Africanism and what Pan
Pan
Africanism
Africanism.
is. Yeah, what Pan. So it was a deep conversation about that with him and some other, like a whole bunch of other people that were the event organizers and the guy who invited me down there to shoot the event. So it was this one. It's like, oh, I'm so glad I went because like I met all these incredible people with all these deep thoughts about bringing like the black community together and the black and African community together, and the black community in the different subgroups. So like Black Americans, Africans, Jamaicans, like, and like how can we coexist thoroughly? Because you know
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stereotypes we all have for each other, and like the
I
the
hate that too.
racism,
I
like
hate
the
that.
colorism and racism that
Right.
happens within. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a very moving conversation. I'm just like, it's just one of those things. I'm like, I'm so glad I did this, because this is like one of those eye opening. It was one of those eye opening moments for me. Yeah.
What's
Met a lot
something
of
that you
people.
What's something that you didn't expect from Dr. Umar?
Um, I don't even know if I can say it. I didn't expect him to be like, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't even know. I get. I you know. I dabble in the snow a little bit. Like so,
yo, yo, it's funny,
cause it's, like it's all
bro.
very,
How did that conversation even come up, man?
bro. Cause it's all part of the message, man. It's black unity and black empowerment through black unity. So
Right.
like it comes up in the conversation talking about, okay, if you're saying don't marry this person, what about, just a sexual relationship, and then but it was just, I was just like yeah, I was like, hey,
Yeah.
yo, really? I was
No, but that's real. The fact that he admitted it, that's real.
like,
Because
doctor,
there's been scandals out there too. Dr. Umar looking at these snow bunnies.
yeah, man. Listen, he was like, listen, this, yeah, it was just very, yeah, but the overall, it was very thought provoking conversation happening. Yeah.
So how'd you get his contact? Like how'd that go down?
Ah, bro. Like, again, my anxiety. It was acting up, and like I didn't want to do it, but I was like, listen, this is literally once. Like in my head, I'm like, this is a once in a life opportunity. When are you ever gonna really see this man ever, like, again in this setting, and in this, like, such a um close quarter settings, like such a. So
Yeah.
it was just me. After, because we did that, then we shot it. Then we shot a podcast. Him and one of my friends, they shot a podcast together, and I was recording it. And I think after that is when I got his contact information, because he was like, he's in Delaware. He lives around Wilmington area, and like he was telling us about,
He lives around Wilmington?
yeah, he's telling us about the school he's starting down there, and how he's always looking for a young black. Shut up, shut up! I know what you're thinking.
What
I
am I
know,
thinking?
because we just had this moment ago. All
What am I
right,
thinking?
and how he's always looking for young creative minds and stuff like that, and I was like, I would love to work with you, and yeah, and that's how I got his information. He gave me his contact information, and it's just one of the things. It's like, I don't want to abuse it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't want to just. I don't know. I don't know. I've yet to use it, but yeah, it was it was cool. It was a cool opportunity, and a very cool experience, just off of me, facing that anxiety and facing
Yeah.
that,
That's what's up, bro.
shaking off my, you don't belong.
Right, right. That
Yeah,
imposter syndrome, shaking that joint
yeah,
off.
yeah.
That's what's up. Dr. Umar, I'd love to work with you too, man. I don't know how, maybe I can do some marketing for you, but yeah, I would definitely love to work for you too. Cause no, real rap though.
I think y'all
When I,
could have a very interesting conversation, you and Dr. Umar, honestly. Like,
yeah, yeah, cause real rap, when I first started becoming conscious and whatnot, I was listening to Dr. Umar heavy. I was
yeah,
listening to Dr. He was one of the people I was um, really educating myself on. So I actually would like to work with Dr. Umar. Just
yeah. It
putting it
talks
out
a
there in
lot
the
about like
universe,
the teachings
manifesting it.
of
Yeah.
civil
But
rights leaders, and teachings of Marcus Garvey, and
yeah,
um, what he called himself, the Garveyites,
yeah.
and
But
yeah, man.
that's what's up though, bro. But as far as that social anxiety, and I know like just everything that's going wrong. He said you didn't want to do it because of everything that's going. What was actually going through your head as you're going through that, and two, what helped you push through?
What was going through my head?
Yeah,
Um, I gotta get to I gotta get to this on time. I gotta get to
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Listen, I honestly, but for me, I just take everything one thing at a time. So what I need to do when I get there, like I take things in steps mentally, so it's
Right.
better for me to prepare. Like if I'm mentally prepared, I'm okay. So I go there, I'm like, okay, like first is waking up in the morning, making sure I get to the bus. Oh, the bus leaves really late, and and the event's starting, so I gotta hit certain bus because the buses in Williamsport are weird, and it's
Right.
very yeah,
I can imagine, man. You in the boonies for real, the mountains.
yeah, man. So it was just it was just taking everything by steps. Get to the bus. Oh, I'm at the bus. Oh no, it was pack my equipment, make sure everything's packed. Got that. Get my book bag. Got everything. Get to the bus. Get to the bus on time. After make sure I get to the right. I stop at the right stop because like it's an area I've never been. I'm going to an area I've never been to around Williamsport. So I'm like, make sure I get to the right stop. Getting there, make sure I talk to the lady about where I'm going to be shooting and when the event starts and all that information
Mm-hmm.
about like the event, what I can and can't shoot, and like where I can and can't shoot. Um, Set up my equipment, make sure everything is stabilized, make sure my gimbal is stabilized, make sure my settings are good, my video settings are good, my camera settings, my audio settings, everything's good. Make sure I use the bathroom so I don't got to use the
Oh
bathroom
God.
during the whole 2 hour thing. Make sure
No,
my
that's real though. Dang, that's something you don't think of. That's real.
oh my days, yeah, yeah, because you're doing it
You're
for
the
so
only
long,
one.
yeah, and literally everything step by step. Make sure I have my batteries. Make sure my batteries are charged. I had to change my batteries twice. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to change it twice. I just make sure I carried enough batteries. Usually I
Right.
had six, but I lost three of my batteries. So I'm now so I had three batteries. And I was literally on the last battery when he was finishing his speech, when he was finishing his talk. I was on the last battery. So make sure I have enough batteries and I have enough charge and turn it on as soon as he starts. Make sure as soon as he starts, so I get everything, and I'm not wasting batteries. Make sure I get shots before the event starts too, so I can get shots of people coming into the event. I can get shots of people mingling, talking before the event, and sitting down, so and so. And then get shots of him talking, get shots of the people talking. Like my head was just going into director mode. Okay, I need to get this shot of him talking. Now I need to get this shot of the crowd reacting to him talking. I can cut that up to get. I'm literally mentally already editing the footage in my head so I can get
Right.
shots of him talk, and then the crowd reacting to him talking and cheering and laughing at certain points. Because I'm not gonna be able to get everything. I'm one
Right.
person. I'm one person with a camera. I'm not gonna be able to get everything. All right, so I need to finagle it as best as I can. You know, yeah. Make sure I'm not getting anybody's way too. That's one of my things I try to like stay clear of. Like if I'm recording, which is probably something I should probably not do because maybe I might get a shot that I really need because I don't want to
Right.
get in somebody's way, which is very bad.
Right.
But at the time I was like, make sure not getting anybody's way. They're all here sitting down to watch this man talk, not to watch me record him. You know, so be as little as possible in the frame of like the whole event and just be the guy recording instead of like Um, so it's literally step by step. So instead of preoccupying myself with the thought of, oh, I don't belong here, I'm preoccupying myself with the thought of what I need to be doing to make sure I get a good quality video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think that overall helped me out. But then we're not going to talk about the other problems I had afterwards where most of the footage was lost. But That's a story for another day. That's a story for another day, bro.
Damn.
That's a that's a story for another day.
Damn, my heart would drop, man.
Huh?
I said my heart would drop, man. My heart would drop.
Bro, yeah, yeah,
Damn, I see it hurt you. Damn.
yeah.
Yo, you
It's
had a
so
flashback,
disappointing,
bro.
bro. It's so disappointing.
Damn.
It's so disappointing, man.
Damn,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, so
But the event, everything in my turn, it went really well. It went
uh,
really well. Just because I stopped thinking about I don't belong here, started thinking about what I need to do.
mm,
So I can, pretty much ensuring the fact that I do belong here, solidifying
right.
within my mind that I do belong here. Like I know what I'm doing, and
Mm,
yeah, everything turned out like really well, and I really love the shots I got.
that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man, it was cool. It was cool. It was so cool.
Damn, it got me thinking the time I had to psych myself out to do something, psych
Yeah.
myself up to do something. It's been a few. I'm trying to figure out which one. Which one. We can probably edit this part out, make it shorter, but yeah, bro, I really got to think. Like, I was trying to think,
No,
but
you
your
good.
story
Yeah.
was interesting because, well, right now I'm moving. So,
Yeah. That's never an
yeah,
easy process. Like just
yeah,
picking the right,
picking the right place.
apartment,
Yeah.
even
No,
making the.
I would say picking the right degree, man. Picking the right degree
Yeah,
because
yeah,
at
definitely.
first I switched majors 3 times. I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. Like I started as a digital arts major because the way they sold it to me was it's a mixture of marketing and graphic design. I was like,
Yeah,
ooh, yeah, I
yeah.
like art. I like that. But then it was just art class after art class. I was like, wait.
Because you gotta make sure you got the.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
but bro, like I took one business class, bro. For like 2 years, it was just art class after art class. I was like, oh, what's the
3D
business class for?
design, painting, drawing
Man,
one.
my man, Photoshop, all this. Like I'm grateful because I know it now, but
Yeah,
I took one business class. They sold it to me as a mixture of business and graphic design.
I
I took
promise you,
one
it's
business
more on the
class.
graphic design side. Yeah.
Bro, I was getting so many damn F's, man. So like after a while, I got burnt out with all this art stuff. Yo, like I was talking to my student advisor, yo, I can't do no more art classes, man. I was like, I don't got it in me, man. I can't keep doing this shit, man. Bro, who gets burnt out from art classes, bro? Like I was burnt, man. Like, yo, this is not for me. Like, yeah, it's cool learning this stuff, but this ain't what I want to learn, man. This ain't all I
Yeah.
want to learn. So
Yeah.
I
You
switched
want to
it
learn the
to
business side of it. Yeah.
exactly. So I switched it to digital marketing, which I should have done digital marketing from the very beginning. Now that I think about it, just makes sense. But then talking to my therapist, I was in therapy for a while, and just trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. Because yeah, I had at that time I was working in tech. I felt unfulfilled, man. The most
Yeah.
unfulfilled I ever felt. And I get that flashback, like what was told about a couple episodes ago, where like you work hard to achieve this goal that people dream of, but then once you get there, you're like, it's not it.
Yeah.
So then you get scared, like, damn, man, like this is what people dream of. This is how they psych it up to be. I'm here. I'm not fulfilled. It had me questioning. I was like, will anything fulfill me for real?
Yeah.
Like, am I wasting my time trying to do anything else?
God, those thoughts that start
Yeah,
coming and
yeah. Yeah, I was like, should I just stick with this then? So yeah, after talking to my therapist, like, what do you want to do? I was like, yo, I really like helping people. I like the hypnosis therapy sessions, and I want to be able. I like seeing people at their worst and then seeing them get better.
yeah.
And that had me thinking, I was like, okay, I want to do this. So I'm thinking, I want, I want to be there for the full scope of the mental health journey. And for me to be taken serious, I feel like people wouldn't take me serious with just hypnosis. So I was like, oh, let me get something behind my name to give me some extra credentials.
Hmm.
And I told you I want to be present between for the whole scope of their mental health journey. So I want to be the one giving sessions. If they need medication, I want to be the one to prescribe it to them. I really want to be the one dedicated to taking care of your mental health. I don't want to have to pass it on to somebody else. I want that close relationship. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to med school. And I had to really think, it's like, damn, can I do this? Do I really want this? So I started looking into classes I'll need. I started what's it called? Not advocating for different classes to be added to the school because it's a technology school. So they didn't have no science classes for real. So I had to advocate for a lot of these science classes to be added to the curriculum. So I'm taking these science classes. I'm joining this Liberian doctor network would sign you up with mentors and whatnot. And I went crazy with my school work. I got straight A's for the first time in my life. First time in my life. Bro,
Hey,
what?
that's what's up though.
Bro, facts.
You know,
Facts. I didn't even know
that's
how that should
Dean's list,
feel.
man.
Yeah, yeah. So my first time in my life, I'm doing good. And then the only thing was, yeah, the time restriction. I'm really thinking about it. Like, it's not even me rushing. At first, I thought, okay, I'm just being impatient. It's me rushing. But then I really thought about it. Like, yo, what? Why does this not sit right with me? Because a
Like
10-year journey after grad school. I mean, after graduating.
hmm
Why does this not sit right with me? And I realized I was like, yo, man, I had a tough after college. I mean, after high school, I had a tough teens to 20. Then I had a rough 20s, and I'm about to go to med school. I won't be able to do anything. I'm gonna have a rough 30s, won't be able to enjoy my 30s. By the time I get fully done, all the medical training with fellowship and residency and all that, I'll be 37. I was like, so I'm gonna suffer until I'm 40. Like I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my life until I'm 40. I was like, that don't sit right with me, man. Because one thing I value most is freedom. Freedom with my time and freedom to do what I want. Even as a doctor, I still want to do business stuff. And I had to realize, okay, what are my core values? What do I value most?
hmm
And what aligns best for me to be able to do that? So my core values, I want to have free time. I want to have freedom of my time to do other things. I want to actually do sessions. I like therapy sessions more than anything else. So it's like, okay, I realized doing the masters would be better off for me. And I was like, damn, I already told people I'm going to med school. I already told people I'm going to med school, man. I already joined this network with helping people. I already got a whole mentor. Also, I already started volunteering in the hospital or whatnot, advocating for all these classes. I feel like if I switch, that's going to be a waste of time and I'm going to look foolish. Like, this
hmm
guy don't know what he wants. And nobody wanted to look like that. So I'm like, yo, am I truly making the decision because it aligns best with me? Or am I being impatient? Or am I self-sabotaging now that I'm getting closer to actually the finish line?
Like it's scaring you now that
Exactly.
everything you work
Exactly.
for is actually coming to fruition. And
Yeah, because I was like, yo, I don't want to go through another round of self-sabotaging something and then get old and regret it.
yeah,
So I was like, what do I do? But I had to really sit with myself. I had to do a whole hypnosis session, self hypnosis session, and really just explore my own minds. And it's like I came to the conclusion, yo, what I really love is these therapy sessions. Even if I get my medical license, I will be prioritizing holistic remedies and natural remedies before doing the medication. And I won't just be the psychiatrist that prescribes stuff. I actually focus heavy on sessions. It's like, why not just get your? I want to stop saying just because that's downplaying the masters, and I don't
because
feel like
even
that's right.
bro, to get your
It,
master's, that's
it's a lot.
still
It's a lot.
that's like 7 years of your life.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
So that's why I say I wanted to stop saying just because I feel like that's disrespectful to the masters, man. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get your master's, and that is a prestigious degree, man.
you still got to do your dissertation, right? Yeah, you still
Yeah,
got
your
your
dissertation and all that.
man. Like that's no easy feat to do in itself. Like
Yeah. So after spending some time with myself, actually exploring, it's like, yo, I love the sessions. That's what I really want to focus heavy on. The, grad school, getting my master's, that's going to help me the most. 2 years to finish versus 10-year journey. It's definitely gonna free up my time to do other stuff, and I feel like that's gonna
Yeah.
make me the happiest. And it was good getting support from my moms too, talking to my moms because again, I see my mom's changed a lot over the few years. Because having this conversation with my mom 4 years ago, well, she'll cuss me. Mom will cuss me. It's like, what? You got opportunity to go to med school and you just gonna waste it because you're tired? Because you
Yeah.
want wit? Yeah, but my mom, you could tell she was going through. She said, she said, if you feel strongly that way you want to do it, then do it. But I understand you. I understand you. You want to live. You had a hard life. You just want to live, and I want you to live. I want you just to be able to live and enjoy your life. It will help you a lot. It'll be a lot of benefits. She had to throw that part in. It'll help you a lot. It'll be a lot of
Yeah.
benefits.
She's not
But if that
wrong.
truly what you want to do it on your heart, we'll pray about it and you do it.
Man, moms love to be like, we'll pray about it.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll pray on it.
Face.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so I had to psych myself up to like, all right, man. I already made a commitment volunteering at the hospital. That's a 6-month commitment. So I
Yeah,
was
it
like, okay,
is.
if anything, that volunteer experience gonna look good on grad school application anyway. Um, I've started making connections here and knowing that I have to leave because I want to go to Drexel. I want to come back
To the East
and just
Coast.
yeah, come back to the East Coast. Yeah, just making that commitment now is like, okay, now I know I'm gonna have to get up and leave, get up and move across the country again,
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
back over again. Yeah, things gonna be different because yeah, like there's a lot of old friends from the East Coast, but I know things are different now. Like I don't want to jump back to old friendships just because I'm back in the East Coast. Like no, it faded out for a reason. So for real, that's real. It's like, oh, uh, just psyching myself up to say, okay, it's okay to make this big of a change. It's okay to trust that your interests change and you know what you truly want. And it's okay to start over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that whole, friends change thing too, that's real too, cause like, we all your path starts to diverge when you become adults, like
Right.
what you want in life and what you want from life are like so separate from each other.
Right.
And sometimes it's that non-communication that builds that like bridge too. That's like,
Yeah.
I don't know where you are because we haven't talked, and like, so how can we just? Some people it's easy to do that where you can just jump back into it,
Right.
but sometimes it's just no.
Yeah. Sometimes because that's one thing I don't because you feel guilty. It's like, man, when we were close, we were super. You was my boy, you was my bro, but now that we faded away, it's like, okay, I see why we faded away, but I feel guilty just throwing away a good friendship. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
on the note of like you moving back to the East Coast, I think it's it's very admirable of you to like want to like come back and see where like it's not even like you're stopping your journey. It's a next step on your journey. Like everything you've
right,
done throughout your time up in Arizona, and it's like some, I hate to use the term, it's like it happened for a reason. You know what I
it
mean? Where
does,
it's,
bro. It does. I
but it's
feel like
like,
it is.
yeah, man. Everything was leading into this purpose of like coming back. We gonna get into what we gonna get into. Yeah, we don't gotta talk
Yeah,
about this here now, but
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, man, it's all a purpose. It's
And
all it
and that
comes to
was one
fruit.
of the determining factors too. I was like, yo, I know if I come, not I know when I come and we do the shit that we discuss, there's gonna be old friends looking at us, feeling like we excluded them. And I'm trying to get ready for that because it's guaranteed to happen. Like,
Bro, I hold
of course, I'm
nothing
gonna move on regardless, bro. But that
like,
shit's still gonna hurt me.
bro. I hear you what you're saying, but I am unfazed by that. Like what I mean, like like I'm not gonna, bro. You
Word,
haven't talked to me, bro. What do you mean left you out? What do you mean?
word.
Certain people is different, but
Yeah,
yeah, for the majority of people, I'm just like, bro, yeah, yeah.
bro. Like I said, I'm gonna keep pushing regardless, but it's still gonna hurt. Like I haven't
Listen,
built that callous to where I'm unfazed. Like I'm gonna still keep doing me. Like, hey man, at the end of the day, I know it's
I
gonna
don't
make
know
us
how
successful,
because
but
you've
it's
been
still
done
gonna hurt.
dirt so many times by so many people, bro. Like
Yeah,
I've been done dirt by a couple few people, and that callus is built up. I promise you. Like I promise you, I could care less. Like my thing is, I'm just really worried about me. At the end of the day,
bro.
like yes, I care about the opinions of a few people, and that's
Right,
really it, of a
right.
few people. But no opinion matters most than my own, and you can't like. And I will, if I feel like there's a point of where I was done wrong in the scenario where you feel like you was done wrong.
Yeah,
What are you really arguing about?
yeah. Facts, facts, facts.
What are you coming for me? For? Like, yeah, it
That's
doesn't.
not even really the thing for me. It's the people that we faded away that I was once close with, and like it wasn't ever bad terms, and family too, bro. Because I know some of my cousins, man. I know, especially, yeah, especially
Yeah, some of
since
your
we're
cousins are
close.
funny too.
Yeah. So I know some of them, if they see the shit that, if they see the next venture that me and you get into, yeah, and they're gonna feel left out, it's gonna be a problem. Like that's what I'm preparing myself for, man. It's more family
See,
and friends that I actually value.
and the whole thing about that too is like, if you can show value to what we want to do, of course there's room for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's only if you can show value in the next stage of what we want for ourselves.
right,
Like it's not especially at the stage where we're at where we want to build it.
right.
You have to have a value in that product to even constitute you being part of it, because it makes no sense for me to add you when you can't add anything of value to it. And it's not to say you don't have no skills, it's just like, do you have the skill sets needed for this,
Yeah, that's not
you
for what
know?
I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
And
like
yeah,
of
that's the thing.
course there's a
Go ahead,
couple
go ahead.
people I have in mind who they can add value, you know, like I'm sure there's a couple people in mind that you have that can add value.
Yeah,
Right now we're trying to build it up, so like
yeah,
it's, you know.
bro. Right, like speaking with, I got this 3D artist, bro. She's dope, and she got a head on straight. So like, there's a couple people, like I said, man, I've been thinking of, but yeah,
uh, Me
yeah.
too. Yeah,
But then some is like, all right, bro, like, like I fuck with you, but
there's
not on this
just
business tip. And some even they got stuff to add. I can kind of read people and see like, yo, when stuff start getting bigger, I don't want this business to fuck about friendships. Like,
yeah.
I know me and you, bro, I quit the venture before I let it fuck about friendship. I was like, hey, you can have it. So like, bro, like, nah, because I value the friendship more. But
Yeah, man.
I know I just a couple of people around me. I know I'm gonna have to make my circle smaller. And every time you make your circle smaller, that's gonna bring wahala to you. That's gonna bring some problems. And it's even because I can see where it's going in the future, I'm gonna have to make the circle smaller now. So they definitely gonna feel a type of way because they ain't do nothing. But you know how you can just base off how people move now and where they head at. Like they cool now, but if we get to a certain point, I can see you changing. So let me just avoid that before we even get to that point and it get even uglier.
I hear what you're saying. I think we are, yeah, I feel like we're on the different sides of the spectrum, but I understand where you're coming from, man. Like the
Yeah,
people in my life now are the people I want in my life. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So,
I
like the
feel like,
people, huh? Like,
oh,
you
go,
know
my
what I
bad. Go
mean?
ahead, go ahead. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's already a small circle.
yeah,
Like there's some people that I'm like, all right, bro, you'd be so good for this. Like,
yeah.
and there's so many, like, yeah, and like people I like, I guess family that I know that'd be so good for this, and it's just finding that space for them right now. You know what I mean? Like because
Yeah.
my circle is what it is already. You know, so but I completely understand where you're coming from. Where if you, yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't, I don't know how I feel about like painting a broad stroke of everybody. You know what I mean? Because you don't know how people are gonna react to certain things, especially if you know them for a little bit. You know,
Right.
it
Yeah.
might just be one of those things. I'm not about to call anybody a cloud chaser until you show me your true colors. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt
Right.
until you show me your true colors.
Right.
You
Right.
know, but
That's
you only
fair.
get the one chance.
I was really like knowing for a fact that I'm moving back to the East Coast and we about to do some things, bro. I've really been looking at how I want to construct my life and who I want to be in contact with, what kind of things I want to be doing, and who I need to keep out my life, and just
I
like
I get why
structuring
you,
it.
yeah, because you're definitely a people person, Paul,
Yeah,
and and
yeah,
and in some way a people pleaser. So it's
yeah,
like for you
definitely,
to
bro.
you're
That's
trying to
the
mentally
hard part.
prepare yourself for that. Yeah, so I get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
God, that's hard. Good luck.
yeah,
Good
bro.
luck, brother.
Thanks. Because it's like, yeah, bro. I think that's the hardest part for me is knowing that something or somebody isn't right for me and being able to walk away when they haven't done anything to hurt me. You feel me?
Yeah,
Walking
but
away on mutual terms.
then again, not everybody's lifestyle is for you too. You know, how you move or how you move slash who you move with is a reflection of you. So
Yeah.
you
And
have to
then
take
the
that.
and then
Yeah,
the unknown too. I haven't been back in the East Coast living for a while, bro. Like I think since high school, I think I've only spent like what 2 consecutive years in the East Coast.
yeah.
Everything's changed. Some people still on bullshit, but it's just like, okay, I was completely different when I was there. So it's like, how do I move as this version of myself when I come back and
Bro,
not fall
you're
into old
telling.
habits and old ways?
It's hard. It's hard. And I think for me, I know for a fact is having my own place. It's easier to move as yourself when you have your own space to move as yourself. When
Right.
you don't have your own space, it's so hard because you're reverting back to that old you, and
Yes.
it's not who
Yeah.
you are anymore, but it's who you were in this place. And that's why a lot of people don't come back home when they leave because they don't
Facts.
want to revert back to that they love who they have become and don't want to revert
Yeah.
back to that. So like I get
Yeah.
that completely. Like
Real it's called anchoring. So like a place, a person, or thing can anchor and hold emotions and feelings and even personalities of a certain time period. So like you could be completely different once you move out, but for some reason when you come back to your house, your childhood house, that house holds so much memory and so much energy there. You see yourself acting the way you used to act as soon as you walk back in that
yeah,
crib because it anchors you. As soon as you walk back in that crib, it's like it triggers something for you to change your whole personality to what it used to be.
maybe it's that nostalgia factor and just like you feel nostalgic, you feel
Yeah,
comfortable. It's oh, don't get me wrong. I love home and everything and my family
right.
and everything, but it's just
You need time to be yourself, man.
yeah.
So yeah, the crib aspect is important because bro, you're gonna feel the difference. Like once you get off, just within a year, you're gonna realize learned a lot of things about yourself just within a year being to yourself. It's weird because it's not going to hit you all at once, but once you do some reflection, you're going to realize a lot of things about yourself good, bad, ugly, a lot.
Are you ready for that? I
Yeah,
mean, you already have your own place right now, so like
yeah, but I never had my own place in the East Coast. And
it's the
yeah,
first time
just
for everything.
just that aspect of being close to family and close to people you grew up with,
Yeah.
but moving different and having to reintroduce yourself to them. Yeah, so
But you
that's
gotta
gonna
think,
be
people have changed too. So it's never always actually, yeah, because there's always that thing in TV shows where it's like, when old friends see each other again, they revert back to what they were when they were
Yeah,
old friends.
yeah,
It's just like that old attitude of old college friends. It's that naive mindset they have
yeah,
or
yeah.
mannerism or whatever it could
Right.
be. Yeah,
And I saw that happen a few times, bro. Just with me coming back, I was like, I had to catch myself, like, hey, yo, like,
it
hey,
happens,
yo,
man. Yeah, it's interesting. Ah, because I'm thinking like when this has happened to me. It happens with my mainly the huge ones that have is always parents, and I always catch myself from like, why do I do this? Like I have to mentally tell myself why,
right.
because it's so tiring. It's so
Yeah.
tiring in a way, bro.
I feel like, yeah, bro, moving out, that's gonna be huge for you because when I get with my mom for like Thanksgiving and whatnot, I see myself going back to like little kid mode, and I hated that shit. So yo, like it's shit not me no more. But like once you separate for a little bit and you start talking on the phone and you create that distance, it's easier for you to reintroduce yourself as your true self once you have that distance. So then if you talk enough and you show up as your true authentic self on the phone, by the
Yeah,
time you get in front of her, it'll be easier to show up as the new you then. Because it's not going to be just like a big shock.
yeah. All right, all right. So, Paul, what are 3 things you learned?
Three things I learned today from you is definitely don't let the obstacles stop you from reaching your destination. If you can still go through your destination, no matter how bumpy the roads are, no matter what's in front of you, you should push through. Don't disqualify yourself and let yourself don't disqualify yourself. Okay. If you still have the opportunity to reach a goal, to reach a certain destination, you keep pushing, no matter how bumpy the road may get. Well, that's one thing with you. Two, people notice hard work. Like you said, you was alone, you was doing all that joint yourself, and Dr. Umar took notice and other people took notice. So people notice hard work. So no matter what situation you think you're in, whether how it looks, if you give it your best effort, people took notice of that and they'll create opportunities for you. And three, imposter syndrome is really just you being in your own head. If Dr. Umar didn't tell you that you're an ain't shit videographer or that you look foolish for being out there by yourself and packing so light, why would you tell yourself? If Dr. Umar's still cool with you recording, why would you disqualify yourself? If nobody said anything negative to you, why would you say it about yourself? If you don't have no proof of something, why would you believe it? And from my story, it's okay to start over. It's okay to start over. If you know in your heart that that's what you truly want and it aligns with your values and your morals, then starting over isn't starting from scratch because you're bringing your knowledge and all your experiences with you. Starting over is just getting a refresh. So it's okay to start over. Two, your circle. Circle. Sometimes you're gonna have to reintroduce yourself to people if you move back to a space where if you move back to a space where people used to know the old version of you, it's okay to reintroduce yourself to those people. You changed, you grew. So sometimes when you reintroduce yourself to those people, you may realize that it's best not to be around them. Not even for anything nefarious, not even anything negative. Sometimes just the way you move and your goals just don't align with the way they move and their goals. It can still be all love, but you might have to go and be alone for a little bit. So it's okay to cut people out your circle. It's okay to change and reintroduce yourself to people. And three, what's three? Take a risk on yourself. Take a risk on yourself. Just because, and be gentle to yourself, just because you had a high goal and then you realize that something else aligns better and it's not as prestigious as that goal, that doesn't mean you're giving up. That doesn't mean
Mm,
you're failing. That doesn't mean you're being lazy.
mm.
And you should risk that. If you choose to go that way, you're going to be just as fulfilled or more fulfilled than if you would have went with your original goal. Gotta risk that. So, what about you, Vito?
Mm, for me, it would be like the things I learned from your story was be you in all aspects of yourself in your life. Um, and that means like if you have changed, like it's be you in all aspects of yourself in your life, and if people can't appreciate that, those people can't uh, appreciate to be in your life because if they expect you to be who you were, it's not gonna work out. Like you said, don't be afraid to take risks, as in don't be afraid of change or the changing of unchanging yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what I
Actually,
if
fuck
that,
no. What you mean?
huh?
Actually, fuck
Like you've already
no. I
you
try to get with you, bro.
so you've already changed. Don't be afraid of changing environments and not changing yourself. Since you're already who you are.
I got you.
You're already who you are, who you want to be. So why do you feel like you have to change yourself, not just you're coming back to a place of who you were? Um,
That was a lot better.
hmm?
I said that was a lot better.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like,
bro.
I almost had what you meant, but I was like, nah.
Sometimes it's just like word jumble until I can like put into a sentence.
Right,
Like I have the idea, but it's just
right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like in the washer. I swear it's ADHD. But and the last thing, whenever you make a decision, make it with no regrets. So, like, yeah, you're saying there could be, bro. If you made your decision and this is something you're positive on, there can be no regrets because this is a choice that is made for you by you, taking everything into account. Be assured in your decision and confident in yourself to know that this is the right path you're choosing for yourself. It might not work out all the way how you want it to, but just know that because it's what you chose, this is what was meant for you. If that, like,
Yeah.
and then three things for me was like, yeah, man, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That was my big thing is don't be afraid. Like, you're good enough. It really is. You are good enough to
Thank you.
do what you love to do. Yeah, this, huh?
I said thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Man. Listen, I'm telling you. I mean, I don't even gotta tell you. You know you're good enough. Listen.
My man, you got me blushing on camera, man.
It's, but yeah, yeah, you're good enough. Get better at planning for the plan B. So if plan A doesn't work out exactly as how you envision, plan B can work out close to that. So like in my story of all the lates and everything like that, like that's a part of myself I don't like is being late to stuff and how I have like bad time management and stuff like that. And then the whole car situation exasperated that situation. If I had a plan B, it would have turned out better, honestly, it would. So always have a plan B and be prepared for plan A to fail. Um, and see, my last one is say yes to new opportunities. Say yes to new opportunities. This was something I wasn't sure of myself, but I wanted to do so badly, and somebody gave me that opportunity that I thought I would never have, and I said yes to it. It was like, yeah, say yes to new opportunities because it just might change your life. Say yes to new opportunities. Yeah, yeah.
That was good, man. That was good. Man, it's another great episode, bro. Another great episode. It started off weird. Started off weird, man.
I
That
feel
whole
like
story, man.
we
Oh
always
man.
start out a little bit weird, a little bit
Yeah.
different, but
What? But nah. I feel like both our stories, we got a lot out of it, and it definitely helped us a lot just in exploring what we really want in life and just reaffirming our decisions and just our autonomy to make those decisions.
yeah.
So if you guys learned something from this, comment what three things you learned from our stories. It could be three from each or three altogether. Just
Or
to
like
comment three things you learned from our stories. And
or your own story about like something else that happened to you from the question that we just answered.
exactly.
Like
So just a reminder, the question is, when was the last time you had to psych yourself to do something? Tell your story in the comment section. And if you guys are going through the comment section and you see a story you can relate to, drop something you learned from it.
and we could possibly post the next episode and just have it like or in future episodes when we
Facts,
have like a
facts.
Q&A and we
Oh,
start. Yeah, that would be fun to do. But
bet,
definitely,
bet.
we would love to see those. We would love to see your story, guys. Please leave it down in the comments below.
So, my man, where can they find you? Where can they get in touch with you?
They can get me at visuals on Instagram. Go go watch me play games and stuff and edit. I do editing streams. I play video games on Twitch at Motive. That's MMMOTIV Motive. Yeah, and like more Motive. If you want a photographer, videographer, you can find me on Fiverr at Visuals. I do corporate events. I do birthdays. I do weddings. I do it all. I do it all. Photography, videography. I do it all. So,
Right.
yeah.
And you can find me at Speak Life Hypnosis on Instagram and speaklifehypnosis.org. Set up a schedule if you need help going through your traumas, whether you want to stop procrastinating, whether you want to get over phobia, or you just want to get past depression and anxiety so you can get on and actually accomplish your goals, man. You don't have to do it alone. So reach out to me on Speak Life Hypnosis either on Instagram and shoot me a DM or book a session with me on speaklifehypnosis.org.
Thank
Or
you.
you can find me at Protege Gym getting kicked in the face by a little Chinese man.
Yo,
And
yo, yo.
with
Talk
that,
about
we
story.
out, man. We
Talk
out.
about
We
story.
out.
Yo, yo.